Hi friends, I'm Phoebe. I'm on a music discovery journey and I would like to invite you along for the ride. I am catching up on all the music that I've missed out on over the years. I'm 39, I've consumed a lot, I've listened to a lot of artists, a lot of different genres, but I haven't listened to it all. And I don't think anyone has. So I wanted to share some of my great finds with you. If you like the sound of that, please like and subscribe. I recently covered Ren's Bittersweet Symphony Verve retake. And almost every one of the comments to begin with were people recommending listening to the live. And even there were a couple that ended up just removing, but a couple that were berating me for choosing the wrong version. You do realise I can do more videos. I can film more videos, although I don't think they'll be here anymore. But anyway, welcome in renegades, welcome in strangers, welcome in friends. This is the live version of Ren's Bittersweet Symphony. I hope I've got the right version. Nobody sent me any links, but I also didn't ask. So here we go. Music discovery journey. It's your music discovery journey, not mine. Sorry, just joking. Oh.
I've got dirt on my Reeboks from staying up all night. I spent my last £10 on this pack of Marlboro Lights. I phoned up Stevie, I said, G, you alright? He said, it's 6 in the morning, brother, get some shut-eye. I feel a sense of well-being this time in the morning. Wear my heart out of my hoodie while the city is snoring. Drunks falling off the sidewalks get issued a warning. Distant sirens, they crescendo like a symphony calling. This is the Britain I know, this is the Britain I love. There's poetry inside the city if you listen enough. Working class casualties out on the street sleep rough, while a mother with her baby takes a pram to the pub. And while she's knocking them down, the cost of living goes up. I can't relate to politicians with their head in the mud. I resonate with messy Fridays with my boy smoking bud. We do our bit to numb the struggle, as below so above, as above so below. Here in this city we glow. I blow a smoke ring up to heaven and it makes a halo. And then the clock strikes 7, guess it's time to head home. My companion is the city, so I'm never alone. Stepping in and out of gaps of the pavement cracks. If I go to sleep now, that's an anticlimax. People rise for work and the sun mirrors that. A perfect juxtaposition for those out on the lash. Bear with me, it's beautiful, I think it's irrefutable. There's beauty in the contradicting Britain, indisputable. Junkie in the cubicle, his old spoon is usable. His mother's in a black suit, crying at a funeral. 9 to 5 crucible, this route is not commutable. A kid falls off the tracks, then he serves a stretch at juvenile. Libby's at the Dolies, but her disposition's humorful. While Davy's at the bookies and his mates call him delusional Britain. Drink it down and moan about the weather when the sun starts shining. Feel the factor 10 tremor. Boys will be in it together till the fists start flying like the Conor McGregor, and then he's out. I think he took it too far. I think the boy saw red. I think he hit him too hard. Now he's face down on the pavement with a face full of tar. Mad how small altercations can define who we are. That's my cue. I guess it's time to head home. Bittersweet how my high found its way to below. And I've said it once before, as above so below. Living on the streets of Britain, you just go with the flow. But I'm done, I'm out for the night. As the sun paints the pavements, I'll turn out the light. White noise on the radio to quiet my mind. I always was an overthinker, just the way I'm designed. Britain, drink it down and moan about the weather. When it's all said and done, we'll be in it all together. Boys, we'll be like you forever. It's a bittersweet symphony with birds of a feather. Cause it's a bittersweet symphony that's life. Trying to make ends meet. You're a slave to money, then you die.
Oh. as I was watching it, you know what I was thinking? I think this seems very much like the other version. Well, obviously the setting is different, and it's showing a council estate, a very familiar sight for a lot of us. Children playing football in the background. The tower blocks, housing for the poorer people in life. That's what we kind of go by, isn't it? And then that at the end, it serves as a reminder of what the original song was about. It's a bittersweet symphony that is life. Life is the bittersweet symphony. Life is the thing that can be so beautiful and so ugly at the same time. And all the things he talks about that I went through in my first breakdown analysis of that go really well with the theme. I can't relate to the rich politicians with their head in the mud. They got their heads so far up their arse. I don't think it's proverbial mud, metaphorical mud. What do you find up there that's brown? And talking about getting drunk with your mates to numb the struggle, and talking about mothers going to the pub with a pram, a child, showing the harshness and the stark differences of the rich and the poor. You're a slave to the money, then you die. Life. That ending was really nice, and obviously he did this cover or this retake because that had inspired him. So without using any of the words in the original or his original composition, he just talked about all those other things that don't have any of the original lyrics in, and that was really creative, and I really enjoyed that. But then in this, you're reminded why he was inspired and what he's really singing about. All of that, I could have just skipped all the lyrics of his and said, yeah, it's about the bittersweet symphony of life, the great and the awful, the contrast, rich versus the poor. Ultimately, you're a slave to the money. That can be taken in both ways. Rich, slave to the money, power, hungry, greed, driven by money. It's all about money. Poor people don't have any money. Money is... without money, there is more struggle. Money doesn't solve problems, as we know, but having some money can help mitigate some of those. And it's the balance. Anyway, I loved that. I loved the orchestra in the park, or on the green, on the grass. Let's watch that part again because that was really nice.
Boys, we'll be like you forever. It's a bittersweet symphony with birds of a feather.
The person walking by, that seems quite natural.
'Cause it's a bittersweet symphony that's life. Trying to make ends meet, You're a slave to money, then you die.
Mic drop, the end. It really does hit home even more, or once again. Just kind of... I completely understand why people are saying it's good to listen to the live version. I don't agree with people saying you've listened to the wrong version, but I can understand I've missed something with the live version, and that's the beauty of going back to it and listening again, isn't it? Or listening in another video. I really like that. I really like that touch at the end. But in his original version, he didn't need to say that. You know, Bittersweet Symphony, we know the title of the track, we know the orchestra, the backing, the audio, the da da da. I'm not going to do any more of that because I think I did that last video. Instant regret. Yeah, it all ties in, and a lot of Ren's songs talk about this exact subject. And it's a very old situation that has changed very little in terms of hierarchy, in terms of rich to poor. The only thing that seems to have changed more recently is the gap between the rich and the poor. There seems to be a bigger gap, more divided than ever, and it's quite sad. So many people are like, yeah, we need that. I think I mentioned it on a recent Sabaton video. We need that rich and poor divide. Do we really need poverty? Do we need homelessness? Do we really need people that have an abundance of wealth that they don't even know what to do with it, that could be helping so many people who do also work hard? Are wages split fairly? You see people in... I will never understand people in the medical industry who save lives, who are on far less wages than even some office workers. It's not fair. It doesn't make sense. I don't understand it. During the pandemic, during COVID, and people going to work, risking their lives to save others. And it's on them. Or they take it. They take it because they want to help. It's this calling that they want to do this. But is that fair? No. Is that almost feeling guilty for something that isn't their fault? That's what that feels like. It's hard to articulate what I'm trying to say, but hopefully you understand what I mean. It just feels super unfair that people that are working sometimes the hardest get the least. Doesn't make any sense. It makes me angry. And I'm sure it makes Ren angry, which is why he talks about these in his songs. But a good thing would be for change to happen and things to be different. Right? Something to think about. Anyway, thank you to everyone here. I really appreciate it. Thank you to everyone on Patreon. If you join, you get your name at the end of the videos. So thank you very much for supporting the channel. Thank you to anyone who is listening right now. You are supporting the channel. so many different ways to support. You don't have to spend money, and I value that just as much. I appreciate it. Every view, every comment, every like, every subscribe. If you haven't liked and subscribed, please do so. If you have the capacity and you want to, no pressure. I'm not forcing anyone, but I am very, very grateful to anyone that does. At this point of recording, we've got nearly 27,000 subscribers. Just mental. So thank you so much. I think we're 200 away, 26,800 at the moment. Not sure when I will upload this. It might be in a couple of days, it might be in a couple of weeks, but that's so many people. I'll thank you in a different video properly, because that blows my mind, and I'll only start crying. We don't need that in this one. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye bye.